recording the whole time. Okay, well, we're talking about that again.
Okay, guys. Sorry we laughed over the intro there, but Dylan just told me a whole story. We had a whole conversation, and I wasn't recording. So here's take two. This is the acting version. This is the we had a rehearsal.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna act surprised and.
Oh wow! Golly gee! Wow. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this story again. Or actually, no, for the first time.
First time.
Yeah. Now that somebody hit the fucking record button. All right. So this story is about a man who dumped a fridge off a cliff in Spain.
What?
And he was slapped with a $67,000 fine.
That's crazy. In Spain? Well, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Those Spanish people always dumping stuff over the bank. You know that stereotype.
Spaniards.
Yeah, Spaniards dumping stuff. That's what they do.
$67,000.
$67,000 Canadian.
That's nuts.
Which was like 45,000 euros or whatever the.
You just
currency.
leave it in Canadian because most of the people probably listening to this are know that
that's
dollars.
Regardless, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But then, so he got charged with this fine. It was for environmental. It was just environmental crime. That's what it's called.
Environmental crime.
That's the fine he got slapped with. That's what the fine was called. That's what he was charged with.
Why not littering?
That's a big litter.
It's a big litter.
That's a whole refrigerator over the cliff. So he dumped this fridge over the cliff, and then to make things worse, that wasn't even the worst part of it. I mean, actually, that's probably the worst part of it, the fine. But police also forced the man because he videotaped himself doing it too, and they're like him and a buddy is laughing as this refrigerator's rolling down the ravine into the fucking the bank side. Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, this is so awesome!" And then
we're cool. We're so cool. So cool.
Why do people do that? Why do people videotape themselves doing crimes? It just seems like the worst thing to do.
Seems like a bad idea.
Fucking 2019.
But that's the thing, though. Aren't a lot of criminals like super proud of their crime? So that's why they do it. Like they got an ego, so they want to show people and tell people. So they always say
this is gonna be hilarious and viral, a viral video.
But they always say like, wait, just wait. A criminal will like expose themselves.
I guess. I don't know. It's ridiculous and stupid because you're just basically writing your own wanted poster and posting it for the police.
Yeah.
So of exactly what you look like.
It's true.
Anyway, so the cops forced the man to then go back into the ravine and by hand, I don't know how they forced him to do it by hand, but it says in here, by hand, remove the refrigerator. It was a big refrigerator, back up the bank, and then to dispose of it properly. So they actually filmed them doing this, and there's a video somewhere of this man and his buddy struggling to get this refrigerator that they dumped down the side of the bank back up the hill.
His man buddy,
I don't know what the hell who helped him, but apparently it was two dudes. I don't see a way one man can lift a fridge up a mountain. No. So obviously he needed help. He's like, man, this is embarrassing, can you help me? But
his buddy's like, are you fucking kidding
No, because like they hear somebody who's ever filming being like, recycling, let's go recycle it, ha ha ha, and let's see how many flips it can do, and like he's like taunting it, so he's like laughing at it too, so he's not. I would say
his buddy that was helping him
film. Like, there's two guys here. There's one guy filming, and there's one guy doing the crime. I don't think he's as far to blame as the guy who actually did it. He's up there though. He's an accomplice of the environmental crime.
That his crime is encouragement.
Exactly. He encouraged him to do an indecent thing. So, anyways, yeah. So then,
Encrimement.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Trying to merge words again. Sucking.
It's
always a little weird when I have one earbud in. It's like feel strange.
Anyways, yeah. So that's what apparently that's good. I think that's good. Yeah. So
they got fined.
Well, I think that they got fucked. So there's a video of them struggling. So I don't know. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of the videos, but and apparently, the man worked for some sort of disposal company too. So I think he was getting rid of it for his job. I don't think it was. I don't know.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Maybe it was like a business loan or something, like a business fine.
Yeah, but that's brutal. What a fucking idiot.
Yep. That was dumb. That's dumb. Did you ever see that movie with Mark Wahlberg? And it was like two guys. It's based on a true story. It's like two bodybuilder guys, and then they like have this kidnapping crime.
Oh,
but they were so dumb about it.
The Rock.
Oh, maybe it was The Rock. Yeah.
And Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
It's like a newer movie, ish. It was like
last.
Couple years ago.
6 years ago or something.
Yeah, it was like probably like 4 or 5. I was working. It's called what was it called? Pain and Gain or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that. It's like, yeah, it is, but it's like criminals, they're not all masterminds.
Well, I think a lot of them
are super dumb.
A lot of them think about the crime that they want to commit, and then I'm not a criminal, so I don't know. But this is what I get from it because of how many people get busted. I think they think of the crime and then they think, oh, they have somewhat of an idea of how they're going to get away with it, apparently, but they don't know how far they actually have to go, other than the smart criminals, to actually commit a crime and get away with it. So they think, and then when they're in the heat of the moment, they're panicking. They're like, "Oh fuck, this didn't work. Do we have a backup plan? Oh, we did. Oh, that one didn't work either. Okay, now what do we do?" And then it's just a never-ending loop. And then they eventually.
Well,
get
I feel
caught.
like the backup plans probably weren't as thought out as the other plans. And
Well,
there's
it's
holes
probably
in those, and then
like yesterday we talked about Hail Marys and the lottery scam. This is Hail Marys for Plan B. Is probably okay. I got a bulletproof vest and a fucking sawed-off shotgun, and I'm going down in a blaze of glory. Oh, that's the other thing I want to talk about.
shitty Plan B.
Shitty Plan B, yeah. Just fucking, maybe I'll fucking shoot my way out of this one. They need to stop glorifying fucking, like, school shootings. Now, we're talking about crime. I guess this is kind of, like, a different subject, but...
Well, it's crime.
But,
that would be good if they did.
Stop glorifying it. Stop putting it in the news. But no, they're, like... So I was watching this podcast and that I watch, H3 podcast, and he was talking about this exact same thing. But this was he was talking about a year ago, about the Texas shooting in Vegas or whatever.
Okay.
And he said he was watching, like, live news coverage of this shooting, because there was also a school shooting that happened by a 13-year-old kid at this time.
Jesus.
And then in the middle of it, they had a Dr. Pepper commercial. It's like, what the fuck? I just couldn't believe it.
Oh my god.
During a live coverage of it. It's like, your
How
son...
much did Dr. Pepper pay for that?
Yeah, exactly, because
Right?
because so many people are watching that shit,
Yeah.
and it's so televised. How many kids got killed in the shooting?
That is ruthless marketing.
Oh,
holy shit.
by the way, enjoy this Dr. Pepper. It's refreshing. And
Brought to you by-
yeah. This
Jesus.
is the pop choice of school shootings. Yeah. It's like fucked up. Really?
That is
Anyways.
insane.
Yeah, so and then but if they stop glorifying it.
Unless Dr. Pepper has some what do you call those things? Where money goes to it?
Pop?
No, pop. No, like funds, like a fund for the families or something.
Oh,
Like
if any money that comes from this tragedy,
that kind of thing. Like
that would be really brutal too, I think.
well, no, it'd be at least something.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I doubt that's happening.
Oh,
yeah,
of course
yeah,
not.
I doubt that's happening.
It'd be the only redemption.
But if we stop, if they should, I totally agree with the fact that they should not glorify in any sense that a school shooting, and I think most people think like this too, because it's obvious. So many people are drawn to this stuff, and yes, it makes big headlines because people are like, oh, that's super sad to hear about this, and people keep up with events of fucked up shit that's happening in our world.
Yeah.
That's what the news is. But if it's a 13-year-old kid or even a high school kid, do you think as they're basically at their wits' end, they're probably getting bullied. They're probably in this, that, the other thing. A whole bunch of things. I'm not going to get into the semantics of that because we only have so much time of why they do it. But I do think that it could be a huge deciding factor. It's like, okay, well, you know what? Fuck my life. My life is worth nothing. But if I fucking shoot the people that I get back at them, if I vendetta, and then I'll also be infamous too. And then it'll be something accomplished as well. It's like, no, if they stop advertising that shit and they just if that ever happens and the kid just doesn't get any sort of media treatment, and then he's like, wow, okay, I just killed a couple kids, my life is ruined, and what do I get out of all this? Nothing. Because that's some sort of game. Infamy is some sort of gain, right?
Yeah,
so
it is.
They should just not. They should just stick to watching Trump's wig blow off, or I don't know what the fuck happens on the news. I don't watch
that
the
happen?
I don't know. I made that up. But they should stick to bullshit.
Well, yeah, like we were talking about how news is always nasty.
It's nasty.
Or, yeah.
But
that goes back to therapy, right? These kids need help, but they don't know who to talk to, and they
don't know who to talk to. Yeah, and
they don't have people to talk to, or parents can't afford to get them people to talk to, or so they do this instead. And
I don't want to it's like kids that aren't getting laid. Maybe they feel ugly. Maybe they feel this, that, the other thing. There's probably a whole. Like I said, I don't want to get into semantics of it.
I don't think that's the right word.
But semantics, I don't know the fuck words.
So.
But
you don't want to get into the reasons.
The reasons, but there's many reasons, and I can I think everybody at some point was pretty bummed out in high school. Some obviously people had better times than others, but I think we all are human with the full cognitive emotions.
Except for the aliens.
Except for the aliens.
They're not human.
They're too far advanced for that shit.
But they're like way more depressed than us.
Yeah, they know too much.
They know too much. Yeah, and
know
they're
way
just
too
like,
much.
oh, this is so
life,
sad.
life is a sad.
So sad.
Ignorance is bliss. It really
But
is.
they can't swim though, and that makes them really sad.
How do you know they can't swim?
You know.
I talked to one.
To one.
I watched a documentary. What was the documentary? E.T. I didn't see him swim once in the movie. Yeah.
Didn't swim once. Got near water
Fact.
and
Yeah. Oh. Just can't do it.
actually, did he swim in there? I have no idea.
I can't.
I can't remember the movie.
I can't remember the movie either. I don't even think I've seen it fully.
Oh. No.
But aliens, yeah,
Aliens. Well, cats don't like water. So we were saying aliens are cats once. So there
cats
we go.
are aliens. Yeah.
Yeah. So see, I was right.
Okay.
Don't swim.
Sounds good enough to me.
Do like lions and those kind of cats swim?
Well, I'm pretty sure if they wanted something bad enough, they'd go into it. I don't think they go for a leisurely trip with the kids, the cubs, out to the beach and go for a swim. But maybe they do. Maybe if it's hot, I don't know.
I feel dumb right now.
I can't think of a lion in the water. Why can't I think of that?
I can think of a lion in the water like eating a zebra.
That's what I mean. Like,
A zebra.
I think they would go into the water if they're chasing something, and then if the zebra's thinking to itself, it's a proven survival tip. Lions don't go to water, so they go for the water.
But yeah,
then,
if it's deep in there, it's like probably not. My mane's going to get wet. I don't like my mane getting wet.
yeah, and then the lion's probably like, ew, now my zebra's all soggy, gross. I don't want to eat that. But no, if they
Sushi zebra.
sushi zebra,
Sushi zebra.
if they wanted it bad enough, I think they'd go into the water. I think
Yeah.
they're not as scared of water.
Cool.
They're not as scared.
Cat.
But
They're not a scaredy
they're not a
cat.
scaredy cat. They're not a scaredy cat. Yeah, they're not a scaredy cat. Lion's pretty BA.
All right. Well, I don't know.
Some guy's gardening right now, and he's blasting the hose. I don't know if you can hear that, but I think that's our cane.
Coup. Our coup.
Our coup.
Our
Coup
coup
to go.
Okay, goodbye.
Peace out, people. Dang it.
Suck, Dylan.
I always think I get cut off. I always think it's always like.
Well, no, because it records still while the music's playing.
Oh shit! I fucked it up.
You fucked it up. Okay, we're gonna do that again. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, goodbye.
Peace.